This is the Tamobyke 1500W motorcycle-style electric bike. Right away, when I pulled it out of the box, the first thing that caught my attention was its shape. It really does look and feel like a cross between a compact motorcycle and an electric bicycle. You've got this solid carbon steel frame, chunky 20-inch fat tires, bright front headlight, and even a seat that can comfortably fit two people. From my experience with e-bikes, that alone made this one seem more substantial than what I was expecting for something in this price range. If you're curious about what it feels like to ride, I've had a few weeks to test it out, commuting to work, running errands, and just cruising on random trails. From the first ride, I noticed how heavy it is compared to a regular bike. That's not just because of the sturdy frame. The battery and the dual suspension system add some real weight too. But you get a definite boost in confidence from riding a bike that feels so stable, even on rough ground. Those fat tires are great for all sorts of terrain. I have taken it through city streets, across tall grass, even cautiously down a snowy driveway, and it handled each situation without slipping. Key features really start with that motor. This is a 1500-watt brushless unit, which means it's both more powerful and quieter than a lot of e-bikes I've tried. That translates into quick acceleration and a max speed of around 30 miles per hour, based on my own use. The first time I twisted the throttle, I was impressed. The pickup is way beyond a pedal-only bike. If you're new to electric bikes, a throttle basically lets you ride without pedaling at all, while pedal assist will kick in extra power only if you're putting in some work. You can easily swap between the modes on the right handlebar, which is great on longer rides or if your legs get tired in traffic. The bike has a 7-speed gear system for those moments when you need to go uphill or pick up speed on a flat road. I found the shifting smooth, especially when switching between pedal assist settings. On steeper hills, the extra torque from the 1500-watt motor makes a huge difference. Instead of struggling and pushing, I actually passed a couple of other cyclists looking winded. It was fun, but also felt a little like cheating in a good way. There are also 5 different levels of pedal assist. In my opinion, having all these choices is what sets a good e-bike apart, especially if you have a mix of short city rides and longer off-road explorations. On days when I was tired, I just bumped it up to level 5, let the motor do most of the work, and barely broke a sweat. If I wanted some exercise, I'd drop it down to level 1 or 2 and do more of the pedaling myself. Something I really want to call out for people new to e-bikes: battery life is a huge deal. This model comes with a 48-volt 15.68-hour lithium battery, and the company claims you get about 25 to 34 miles on pure electric mode, or up to 68 miles using pedal assist. I put this to the test by riding for several days before needing to charge. In daily city use, mixing up electric and assist, I'd say I averaged somewhere around 45 to 55 miles between charges, depending on how much I pushed the throttle. Charging the battery is pretty straightforward. Just pop it out and charge it inside, or plug it in while it's still on the bike. It typically took 5 to 6 hours to fully top up from empty, so overnight charging worked best for me. The LCD display is pretty handy too. It shows speed, mileage, battery level, and your current assist mode in a clean, easy-to-read format. This made it much easier to keep track of how hard the motor was working and how much juice I had left. Super helpful so you don't get stuck with a dead battery far from home. I also appreciated the built-in headlights and taillights, and there's even a steering brake light and turn signals operated from the handlebar. Riding at night or in low-visibility weather, those made me feel a lot safer since cars could actually see my signals. Practical details really matter with commuter bikes, so let's get into those. The seat is wide and leather cushioned, and you can fit a second adult or older kid on the back. The passenger has their own foot pegs, so bringing a friend for a quick ride isn't a problem, although 2 full-sized adults on steep hills might slow you down a little. For solo rides and daily commutes, it's roomy and comfortable. There are storage features too, a small underseat bag which can hold tools, a portable bike pump included, the charger, and your phone. I managed to stash my wallet, keys, and a phone in there, making it easier to avoid carrying a backpack for shorter trips. Disc brakes on both wheels give strong stopping power, which I put to the test during a sudden downpour. They gripped well and didn't squeal or feel like they'd slip in the wet, so that boosted my confidence, especially riding after dark or in less than perfect weather. Fat aluminum fenders also kept most of the water and mud away from my clothes. Another thing you'll care about if you're using this for your daily commute. There's a kickstand on the side, a small detail, but I found it sturdy enough to handle the full weight of the bike. Just note though, this isn't a light bike. At just under 100 pounds, you won't want to carry it up too many flights of stairs or haul it onto crowded buses. But if you mainly roll it in and out from the garage or vehicle, it won't be an issue. From my experience, the assembly process was pretty quick, especially with their included toolkit and instruction manual. I'm not the handiest person, but I managed to get it set up in under an hour with minimal confusion. If you've ever built a regular bike, you'll find this about the same, just heavier. For those who might be brand new to e-bikes, I'd recommend this for anyone seeking a sturdy, eye-catching, and practical ride for daily commutes, weekend adventures, or just fun around the neighborhood. It's perfect for adults and teens as well, especially if you want something powerful and ready for almost any terrain. If you're closer to 6 feet tall, you'll fit comfortably on this bike. It's also a great fit if you're looking for a motorcycle look, but want all the flexibility, cost savings, and street legal benefits of an electric bike. The only things I wish were a bit better. It's heavy, as I mentioned, so not ideal if you have to carry it upstairs every day. Also, due to the fat tires and motorcycle design, it takes up a fair amount of space. When riding with a passenger, you'll want to keep to flat roads for the best performance. In conclusion, the Tamobyke 1500W motorcycle-style electric bike surprised me with its robust build, powerful ride, and user-friendly details. It's a head-turner, but more than that, it's a practical companion for work, school, or just getting outdoors. If you're searching for a way to spice up your daily commute or want an e-bike that feels solid and reliable, I think this is a solid option. I will update specific information about the Tamobyke 1500W motorcycle-style electric bike in the comments. Don't forget to catch my next video.